Hello everyone, I'm Carlos. This is Steven.
Hi everybody.
Welcome to a special announcement video. Keep right there and we'll tell you all about this special announcement. Welcome everyone. A little bit different format and you might see it in stereo because it'll be on both of our channels.
That is right. So some of you might be subscribed to me. I'm sure a lot of you are subscribed to Carlos as well. Some of you are subscribed to both of us. So we wanted to ensure that nobody out there missed this very special announcement, which we have been wanting to do for quite a bit now, right?
Yes. So as you may or may not have heard, and a lot of you have asked me, Carlos, when are you going to put something out? Everyone else is putting something out. You put something out.
Sure.
Big Beard, Ashton, Mr. Smelly.
That's right.
Well, I have been thinking about doing something, and it's actually been in the works for the last 2 years, to be honest. But there was a lot of variables involved, and we didn't want to announce it too early. I told a couple of people within the community, some that were my friends, so they know, but now it's closer to the actual thing coming to fruition, and we said, I think now's the time to do this.
Yeah, so Carlos had been wanting to, of course, put out a line and work on a fragrance, and it's something that we were both very, very passionate about, and we've actually been working on this for the past 2 years. But like Carlos mentioned, there have been a lot of variables. You had COVID-19, you had a lot of other things going on, other projects being worked on, and so this was just sort of one of those things that we put on the back burner, but we knew deep down inside that we wanted to work on this. And sure enough, we both have collaborated on a fragrance, and we have a perfumer, and we do have a company that is willing to help us out in putting this product out. And we've come up with all of the information, and we've put so much thought and time and attention and love and energy and sacrifice into this project. And it's something that we are so excited to tell you more about as the weeks and months go on.
We won't divulge too much today. I think it's only fair to at least give you the name of the line, which is not going to be 10 releases at once. I am no Tom Ford, nor are you. The initial launch will be one fragrance, and it'll be a limited release of only 1,000 bottles.
Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that we decided upon. When we do come out with this fragrance, we want to ensure that, you know, it is a success and that a lot of people have the opportunity to try it. And so we didn't go with a much smaller quantity, like 100 bottles or 200 bottles. So it was a little bit ambitious of us. We decided to go for 1,000 bottles, but we also wanted to do something really special for those who end up purchasing it in the interim. Of course, we are still in the very sort of preliminary phases, if you will, although we've made significant progress on the fragrance in terms of the naming and the packaging and all that other good stuff. But of course, like Carlos said, we're not divulging too much information because you guys know there are a lot of legal issues with the trademark and the copyrights and stuff like that. So we don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but this is definitely something that we've given so much thought to, and we are confident that you guys will love the final product because we have both fallen in love with all aspects of this fragrance.
Yes.
So what about the name?
The name, well, I'm Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, he's Redolessence. We tried to think of a mashup of those two names, and we came up with REDBROOK Parfum. REDBROOK.
So REDBROOK Parfum. So our perfumer is French. We're not going to say who he or she is at the moment, but obviously we wanted it to be sort of a nod or an homage to the French fragrance industry. And so it does have parfum at the end, but like Carlos said, it is a mashup or a combination of both of our names. So it's going to be Red from Redolessence, Brook from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, REDBROOK Parfum. And it sounds like a location, right?
Yeah.
And when you spray on the fragrance, it transports you to a different place and perhaps a different time. And, you know, it is escapism in a way where you can kind of spray it on. You can suspend your daily reality, your daily worries and anxieties and whatever the case might be. And this is the thing that really unites us and the thing that we're both so proud of and really passionate about is fragrance. You know, in a time where people are so divided and in a time where there's so much conflict in the world, you know, we wanted to go back to the basics. We wanted to go back to this one thing that we can both talk about. There might be a little bit of a disputation, a little bit of a disagreement. We're not always going to love the same fragrances, but we do love fragrances, period. And so this is one thing where we both saw eye to eye. And at the end of the day, we thought to ourselves, two heads are better than one, two minds are better than one. And so I'm sure that if I can isolate certain ingredients or accord in the fragrance, and you can sort of come up with your own ingredients and accords, when we bring them together, it's that harmony or that marriage that really creates something special in the end.
So, you've got 8 years, and I'm only doing BFL for about 6 years. September was my 6th-year anniversary, but I've been doing it with other projects for at least 3 more years before BFL. So you have like 18 years combined of smelling fragrances, of assessing fragrances, of knowing what works, knowing what doesn't work, and just a passion of many years. And we thought that it would be, that now is the time to do something and make it exciting. It's going to be something that you really will enjoy. There were no expenses held on packaging. The bottles actually arrived this week and are in production, but the rest we will divulge in future videos. But REDBROOK is the name. The bottles are in production. It might be in 2020. It may not be. We're not rushing this. If it happens for a holiday launch, God bless, awesome, we'd be happy. But if anything comes up along the way that it has to be pushed back to Valentine's Day or New Year's Day, whatever it takes to do this right, to do it professionally, to do it without the least of flaws, then we will wait. But more than likely it'll be this year.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we weren't looking to fit or satisfy a certain window. We wanted to really push that eject button when we knew that this is, the final product and the product that we are 110% happy with. And we know that after many revisions, we are getting closer and closer. And to be honest, we are currently waiting for what we think are going to be the final mods from the factory. So it's quite possible that with these latest revisions, we're going to get a product that we absolutely love. And like we said, we are so excited to share this with you. There have been no limitations when it comes to the budget. The perfumer has had the opportunity to work with whatever ingredients he or she wants to work with, and it's been a really special process, us visiting them in New York. We'll divulge that much, and we've made a few trips in the process, and the entire team that has been working on this project is so enthusiastic about it, and they're so passionate about it, and it really means a lot to have somebody who believes in us. And even as Carlos was telling you about his credentials and his background, I think he was also trying to retain a little bit of his humility. He was actually mentioned in a number of magazines. He was mentioned in Elle. He was a part of a group of gentlemen called the Good Smellers, and so he has a pretty large repertoire, if you will. He also had his own Facebook group called PLP, Peace Love Perfumes. He was the moderator and admin of that group. Yeah, he's actually had his own perfumes out in the past, which he's collaborated on with a lot of really stellar independent perfumers. And of course, I've also worked with pretty much every major perfume factory out there, so I kind of know what the process is like, and I know how to write a brief, and I know how to really put my thoughts and my expectations on the page to really get the final product that I know is going to be 110% to my liking.
Just for a little bit of clarification, excuse me, Steven said mods from the factory. The perfumer for our project, they work out of their own lab, and they are sourced in, there's IFF, Givaudan, but whichever house that he works with, there is a particular house he worked with, but they have their own lab in New York City, and the mods were presented to us, and we came down to 2 that we thought, we're almost there, bottles are here, they're going to praise, they're off to the factory to be decorated, but
we were this close.
we were so close to saying, yes, this is the one, yes, this is the one. We've had a couple of our closer friends, reviewers and what have you, smell them, and we all pretty much were in agreement of which one we like best. But they told us that we don't have to settle for anything. We are the creative directors. If we're not happy with blah, blah, or blah, we can request to do an update. And yes, we have one that we're close to signing off on, but we wanted to add a little Steven, a little Carlos, a little more something that we know that will make your noses, as soon as you smell it, say, yes, I knew they could do it. Yes, I had the most confidence in them. I knew I could not doubt them.
Absolutely.
So a couple of more tweaks on that end, but that's just another couple of weeks, and I'm very excited to say the least. We did a video about a month ago. I was too excited, and I was too... So I said, Steven, you can talk the most on this one because I'm just too excited. But you guys know me by now. That's just the way I roll. And so very exciting news. I hope you're happy for us. I am very delighted to be partnering with one of my best friends in life, if not my best friend in life. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
so please do stay tuned. There is a REDBROOK Instagram page, REDBROOK Parfums Instagram page. You can follow that for now, and you'll get some details there.
We'll put all the links down below.
And eventually there will be a YouTube channel, but not quite yet. Follow along, listen, stay tuned, and you're in for a treat sometime within the next 2 to 3 months. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you all once again for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all of the love and the support. And of course, we'll see you soon with another announcement. Bye.
Take care.